Okay, let me not blind you. I'm finally getting back to this. This is New Year's Eve, and I'm finally getting back to changing the fuel filter. So hey, what you just saw me do was turn the fuel off to these. I'm not sure if this tractor has a full tank or not, but I did find a fuel cutoff on this. It's sitting back behind some other stuff. I should have known there was one on here, but oh, I need filter wrenches. Filters made in Mexico. Oh, one is made in Mexico, the other's made in India. Go figure. Now I need to crack the fuel pump line, and then I just need to do some pumping here. That's a pretty good stream coming out. Let's get in here and see what happens. It is primed. Now what I'm going to do is use the skid steer, go out here and get the frame that goes on the truck here, or on the truck, frame that goes on the tractor. Hey, my uncle, I'd asked my uncle a couple months ago, I need some runners for one of my wagons. One of my straw wagons, the runner broke 2 years ago when we were getting straw in, and I said, hey, have you got anything up there? So he was sawing logs. He had a log. I need a 20-foot runner. His sawmill doesn't cut 20 foot, but he said, hey, I'll cut 2 and splice them together for you. So that's kind of what he's done here. So I can work on that project one day, but they are in my way at the moment because this is the frame that I need. So I will pick those up out of my way. I wasn't here when he brought them up here. I'll pick those up out of my way, get my frame. I've got to lift it up a little bit to get those hooks up on the cross member there. Okay, we got one. So close. There we go. And now, hydraulic hose I need to hook up there. And that was easy. Now the next thing, let me see if I can pull this hose off. I know, well, it's New Year's Eve and I know my local guy is not open today because when I rode by there earlier to deliver some pellets, hey, you noticed, yeah, this pallet of pellets is missing. I did deliver those this morning. So when I rode by my local guy, they were closed today. They were closed yesterday as well. He may have these pieces, but it's like 2 o'clock, 1:30. What time is it? 1:30, I think. So too late to go anywhere today, but I'll pull it off and have it ready for Thursday morning to take somewhere to get it fixed. This fitting shouldn't be an issue here. The other fitting on the other tractor was a longer 90, and that's my local guy didn't have the longer one. So he should probably have this one. And then this is just a flare fitting on this side, so that won't be an issue either. So I can get that made up on Thursday, I'm sure, somewhere, even if my local guy doesn't have it. That off of there. What I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to go up top and start working on this cab. I've got to take the top off of there in order to get to that blower motor and replace that. I've got these nuts right here to take off. What have I got? 8 of them, it looks like, to take off of here. And then I kind of got to lift this top up. It's difficult to do by yourself. I have done it before. Now I'm not sure where the blower motor is. In the past, I've been able to put a block of wood under here to hold the top up to, what have I worked on it for? I'm not sure. I've had this off a couple of times. I don't know, maybe I've had it off to blow the coils out. All right, can I step on this thing? I guess I can. Up here. Oh, I think it was for the wire. To run that wire for the light. That's why I've had this top off. Yep, that's what it is. The older I get, the more forgetful I am. I can hardly remember my name. I called one of my employees the wrong name today. I had the first letter correct. Just didn't have the rest of the name correct. All right, I think the whole thing is turning on this one. Yes, it is. I don't know what I'm going to do there. That's not good. This one might be a little rusted too. And the whole thing might turn. Can't tell, is it? Nope, that one came off. No, come on, is this gonna do the same as the other side? I think it is. What the heck? Yep, that one's not coming off either. I've got 2 of them. I guess because I haven't had them off in a while, they've kind of rusted on the top. Kind of stretched myself to the limit here. I don't have as much to stand on this side. Okay. These two. And I don't remember how they're held in place underneath. It looks like it gets to a point and then it just doesn't come out any farther. Okay, it did turn a little bit, so I'm going to go get a wire brush and maybe some slickum and put on there, and I might be able to get it off. All right, that one works. Now let's go to the other side. I did get smart and get a ladder. And let's see if we can do the same thing on that other side. Boo. And that worked as well. All of those are off. Clean up my mess here and then figure out how I'm taking this top off by myself. I'm going to try something before I take that top off. I never thought of this, but maybe I can get to that blower motor under the filter. That I'm not sure about. That's possible that I can do that. So if I can get to the blower motor without taking the top off, even better. So no, I can get to it, but it ain't coming out. That blower motor is right there in the center. So I can get to, it looks like there's 4 bolts, 2 on each side. I can get to them from under here, but then that blower motor is not coming out of that hole under that air or over top of that air filter. So I'm still gonna have to take the cab off. And so I am gonna have to get another hand down here, someone to stand on the front of the hood so we can lift this up high enough in order to get that blower motor up underneath of there. And I'm going to have to take the antenna wire off so we can lift that up high enough, I believe. So that's what the motor is. Okay, well, that's what I'm dealing with. So 2 bolts. Oh, nope. One on the, must be one on the top side too. Yeah, so 5 bolts total. I think I may have this top turned around enough to get to the fan, but now as I'm looking at that, the fan does not come out through here. It's got to come out back here. So is this more to it than I'm thinking? Oh, what the heck? Well, now I'm not sure. Have I got to take this off of here to get that fan out of there? I see these bolts across here. Oh, I see 1 bolt there. Another one up here. Well, okay. I have got to figure this one out. All right, I'm gonna turn you off while I scratch my head and figure all of this out, because I'm not sure. It's definitely not coming out of the top here or inside there. So let me keep working on this. I think I have it figured out. This box here is all part of the top of the inside of the cab, so it's all molded here together, but there is a plate right here. These bolts here hold it on, and then in here I think there's 3 maybe, and then this plate I think will come off, and that is what the blower motor is bolted to, is this plate. So of course everything is sealed up tight here. These bolts, or the nuts in here, that could be a problem, because man, they're right up against the roof of the cab here. Oh man. All right, but I think that's how I have to go about this. 3 bolts here on the inside, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here on the outside. Yeah, then I can lift this plate off of here. Yep, that's what I think. So now, of course, that is in my way. Okay, we'll keep figuring this out. All of the nuts are off. You can see it started raising up a little bit. I've got a screwdriver here. Now, this is what I'm wondering, is when I go to pull this up, if it's going to clear this bolt right here. I don't know how far it goes up under there, but let's see here. This thing has got to lift straight up to clear all of these, but okay, not sure what you heard because the battery went dead. I think it went dead as I said. This thing has to lift straight up, and as I was saying that, I pried under here and it popped right there. So I think it's going to lift straight up. Oh yes, look at that. Okay, yes, it will come straight out of there. Let me go to the other side. Again, this may be a 2-man operation because with that blower motor still on there, this thing has got a little bit of weight to it. Now what am I going to do with it? Because that hood is, the cab is still in my way. All right, come on now. Just turn this thing around like this. Okay, like that. Now, all right, so this one only has 4 bolts holding it in. There is not one in the middle. So let me get my wrenches here and take these other, well, I've got 2. The bottom 2 I've got out, so it's the top 2 I still have to get out. Disconnect the wires, it should come right out of here. I think it's ready to come out. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. And of course, I don't have the other one up here. And, okay, this motor is built just a little bit different. And I'll show you. So the pigtail is because I assume this is the thermostat here. So this is not attached to the motor. Well, there's a pigtail on here for that same connection there. It looks like the thermostat is now built inside of the motor. Right there, you see that green piece? I can't point to it because I'm holding the motor. So they have now built the thermostat into the blower motor itself. I've never had an issue with the thermostat on this tractor, so I'm not sure why it has been changed. Yes, we do have enough wire there. So I guess at some point somebody came up with a design change and said, hey, let's throw the thermostat inside of the blower motor instead of having it on the outside here. And now, as I'm saying that, yes, I've had 2 of the tabs break off of that thermostat when I pulled this wire off. So I got to crawl back down again and get some needle nose pliers to pull those broken ones out. So I guess that's where the issue has come in. Okay, and I know you're thinking to yourself, wow, everything you've touched on this tractor seems to be rusty. Well, that's what you get when you use these tractors for plowing snow. Where did my bucket go? You know, you're out there in the harshest conditions with all that salt out there and just getting all over these tractors into everything. I have not figured this tractor up, but you know, before I bought that John Deere 6115, I had a John Deere 7400. I traded that in on the 6115. Okay, come out of there. There we go. You know, same issue there. Some rust getting into that tractor. Well, I figured up the amount of money that I had taken in with that tractor plowing snow. And with my trade-in value, and this thing looks like it may have gotten hot at one point. With my trade-in value, what they gave me on the tractor, and yes, this thing has gotten hot because that thing has melted there and it's not going to go into here. So with the trade-in value, there we go. And the amount of money I had brought in plowing snow with that tractor, the tractor cost me nothing for actual farm work. I'm not sure. I haven't had this. Well, no, I have had this tractor. I bought this tractor when my daughter was born in 2000. So I've had this tractor 24 years. I'll have to go back and look to see how much money I have brought in with this tractor plowing snow. So, you know, I can afford some of these issues on these tractors because of the snow and the rusting and everything else. Because, you know, they are making me money. Uh-oh, be careful. Don't break that one off. And I think I'm ready to flip. I'm not going to put tape. That's the ground wire, so I'm okay. I guess I should turn the key on and see if this motor's going to work. Yeah, let's do that before we put it all back together. Okay, it did not come on, and that's because I think I've disconnected the ground wire for everything. When I disconnected, what the hell? Let's see. Did a mouse get up in here? Sure did. There's nasty boogers. When I disconnected this antenna wire so I could move the cab, there was also some ground wires here all attached down here. So let me I gotta get a jumper and jump these down there to make sure it works before I put it all back together. I'm almost sure it's going to work. What the hell is that thing? That's a cap. Oh, that cap goes right there. That's where that goes. Let me get a jumper wire and see if we can check this thing out before we put it all back together. This is the redneck way of doing this. All right, ground, find a ground. I don't know if I can go back. Actually, let's go right on there. And I've got the ground wires. All right, let's try it now. Let me know if you hear anything. Okay, you did not hear anything because I did not hear anything. So that means I don't have a good ground. There we go. That was low speed. Let's kick it up a notch. And it works, although it sounded like it was only 2 speeds, but that's okay. Those 2 speeds were blowing good. It's a 3-position switch in the cab. All right, I can put all this back together now. I can try anyway. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing back in here properly. Oh shoot, I got some wires caught up there. That's not good. Come out of there. All right. There. It's the rear bolts that are giving me the problem. Looks like it's on there. No wires are caught. Everything looks good. All right, I can start putting all these nuts back on there. You don't need to watch me do that. That is all put back together. I am not putting the cap on it yet. I do need a second person here. You cannot see it, but the coils up front, they need to be cleaned. I could see from the front when I took the cap off. I just got to get in there and clean those coils off. So I'm going to need somebody to stand on the front. I'll stand on the back, and we're just going to kind of twist this cap around, set it back here to the back some in order for me to get up and clean those coils. All right. I'm getting too old for this, climbing up and down here and trying not to fall. You know, I was standing on this bar here, on the 3-point hitch arms here, up on here. My feet hurt now from standing there. I've only climbed up and down here about 8 times, maybe 11 times. So my daughter is not home at the moment. That cap is going to sit there until I get someone else down here to help me, so I don't accidentally hit those coils up there and screw those up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna clean up my mess here. Got a few drawers open here. It is, what time is it? It is 4 o'clock. I do need to stop by the liquor store, I think, and get me a bottle of Maker's Mark. I ran out of that the other night, so I think I need a bottle of Maker's Mark for tonight. It is New Year's Eve. I will stay up to see the new year come in. Hopefully 2025 is better than 2024. It's looking like it. Come January 20th, we should be getting a whole lot better in this country with the economy, especially the farm economy. You know, we need some better prices here on the farm. Between the drought and the terrible prices, it just hasn't been good. I've said before, I hate snow. I really don't like seeing snow, but I want snow this year because I need the money. There's the old blower. If anybody wants it, give me a shout and you can have it. All right, I'm wrapping it up, and I'm gonna say Happy New Year and see ya! See ya!